Florida.
And we are preparing for possible remnants from that hurricane. Meteorologist Peter Hall's out on the weather deck for us. Pete, when and what might we see from it?
Well, we're going to get some rain, that's for sure. And we'll talk about timing in a minute. Right now, Nicole is right on the verge of becoming a hurricane. Now, whether it's a low-end hurricane or a high-end tropical storm, there's really not much difference. What it is not is a repeat of Ian. Ian was a dramatic, high-end, almost Category 5 hurricane with massive damage. Now, having said that, there will be storm surge flooding, rain, and wind damage too. Let's talk about how that affects us and our local weather starting from right now. Here's what's new and what's next. So, we've got a tremendous day for tomorrow. Basically, it's the same sky as today, lots of sun. The difference, instead of starting in the 20s and ending up at around 62, we should start in the 30s and end up near 70. You'll want to savor that 70 degrees. While it's still warm Friday, we've got some rain developing. In fact, some of that will be in the form of downpours developing. We'll show you that moving in from south to north. After that, kind of a little bit of a break, but breezy Saturday, and then the coldest air of the season is still on course and on track for early next week. And with it, localized areas of lake effect rain and eventually snow. And I have a feeling that we're going to have accumulations over parts of our area, wherever those lake effect snow bands end up. There's probably going to be some sticking snow, especially so Sunday night and a Monday morning. Now to that tropical update. Over the last 12 hours, Nicole's been moving from east to west. And notice right there in the last frame, the heaviest rain and also the wind is going to move in over the next hour or two and last for several hours. So the worst of this system, the worst of Nicole, is about to move in. So the worst weather is between now and the middle of the night for places like Melbourne and Fort Pierce and West Palm Beach. And yes, there'll be some rain as far south as Miami and Fort Lauderdale, but the worst wind and storm surge is on the north end here, with that dramatic east wind shoving the storm surge flooding of 3 to 5 feet above ground into those localized areas. Now, rain and wind will occur in Orlando as well, but no storm surge in through here because you're not on the coast. Then the rain moves north. We zoom out, stop the clock at around 9:30 in the morning Friday. Notice rain, some downpours too. Start moving in late morning, midday. We've been calling that since the last couple of days. It still looks on track, which means it'll rain during the midday and afternoon. Wouldn't surprise me if parts of our area, whether it's central New York and or parts of eastern New York, get into a little dry slot. But notice this heavy rain band that still needs to come through. That will happen Friday night before it ends and moves out by Saturday morning. So basically, Friday midday and afternoon, and again Friday night, is our time period of heavier rain. Notice how Nicole swipes the southeast and then into the northeast. Locally here in central New York, many spots should get 1 to 2 inches of rain in a less than 24-hour period. But notice some of the southern-facing hills over our area might get as much as 2 to 3 inches. In less than 24 hours, some flood-prone areas might get some flooding, so be aware of that Friday night, Saturday morning. Saturday, clouds and sun with a sprinkle, although more clouds than sun. For the game, if you're going to the football game, expect a 40 to 45 degree temperature with wind chills around 30 to 35. And then the best chance of lake effect snow, well, it's a tough call, but I would say near or just north of Syracuse. It wouldn't surprise me if local areas get some accumulation. Still too early to tell exactly where those bands will set up Sunday night and Monday. Stanley lost Skywatch. Downtown Syracuse, traffic moving well back inside.